They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there and a first down.
And that's definitely the way to get things started. That's the way it was drawn up in the locker room, in pregame, and everything. And they got it done right away, running the ball for a big game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And again, it's Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass. Currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. The Browns in a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They're back home after flying to and losing in London last weekend.
And you and I both know, always a tough travel week with all the distractions. And you'd love to have the week off afterward, but that's not the case here. At the very least, you know they're happy to be back in their own building, but that was certainly not a trip to remember.
Faking the give. Now Watson. He'll buy some time right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Watson going to change the look here. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A give running right is Chubb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now Chubb running right. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. An audible here to get a new look. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. This is the tight end fan. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down. We look at this Browns defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. Looking sideline, incomplete.
As soon as he released the ball, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Burrow will throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the sideline he goes. And touchdown! Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse it through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass down.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Yeah, they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fan.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Burrow. This is Fant on the short completion. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
It's not cool about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
On 1, ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Burrow changing things up here. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Out right, he's got Rucker. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, but precisely the throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. Sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Ball resting on the 9 on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And his kick is indeed good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They run it again with Chubb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Watson off play action. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Yeah, these are the types of points they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Now they'll audible to something else. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Second down and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Jamar Chase, 65 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the end zone, here comes Williams. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. Not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
A short kick, but a fair catch called for. Might be second-guessing that one. They'll begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown!
Alvin Kamara.
41 yards.
And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
24, round 6.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Letting one fly deep for Cooper.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
1st down. Here's Burrow.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
2nd and 10.
11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Burrow looking to pass.
That's caught. Andre Yoshivas.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st down, Toronto.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And Burrow going to change the play.
11, 11, 11. 11 Tommy.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
12, 12, 12.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
11 MT, take. 11.
Now Burrow on first down.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Here we go. Gotta go.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
11.
Here's Burrow.
Open man is Yoshivas.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
They run. It's Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
11
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, here's Burrow.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
Touchdown, Bengals!
Alvin Kamara.
With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Bengals are able to stretch out their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible, let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Third and 3.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down and goal to go.
They'll run with Chubb. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
Now receiver in motion left. Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And somewhat surprisingly, a fair catch called for on the short kick, so no return. And they'll begin at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
11, mighty.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
11, mighty. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Looking deep here for Chase.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
road. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Browns 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
That's caught inside the 20. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give. This is Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
2nd down. Here's Chubb again.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Motion man is Schwartz.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Burrow on play action.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Now it's Burrow.
the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Williams to return. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Watson, he's going to move him around.
Watson on 3rd down.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
They'll run for it. Chubb. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Nick Chubb stops short, and the Bengals will get the football back. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MT, Kate.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is Fant on the short completion. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They run it again with Kamara. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
And that has been picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Burrow now off the bootleg. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
45. Browns 14.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors.
And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.